Okay, welcome back to the Wood and Metal Shop. Well, as promised, today is part 2 of the maple bowl that I started last week. And if you haven't seen part 1, I'll post a link just up above here so you can go and check it out. The bottom is done. All I need to do now is turn it around and continue on the other side. But before we do that, there's a couple things I want to mention. First is I got another sticker in the mail from David at Driftwood Concepts. It's a really cool woodworker and maker out of Ontario, Canada. He has an Instagram and a website, so I'm going to post his links down below, so go and check him out. I've already posted his sticker up on the board as well, and I've actually sent him a sticker as well too, so thank you, David, for sending me that sticker. So the other thing I want to mention is this video is available on my Patreon site, patreon.com/woodandmetalshop. So what you get over there is this video full length with exclusive footage not shown on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. Starts off with basic tiers where you get previews of my YouTube videos, like I said, with exclusive footage only to Patreon. Or you can step up to other tiers where you will get Patreon only videos that will not be shown anywhere else, or step up a few more tiers and you start getting some free gifts and perks. So go over to patreon.com/woodandmetalshop, check it out, and become one of my patrons. And if you are one of my subscribers, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me, and for all the comments and questions that you send me. I really appreciate them, so thank you so much. And if you're not one of my subscribers, make sure you hit that button right now and ring the notification bell for when I do make another video. Plus, all my social media links are posted down below. I do post there quite regularly showing previews of the projects that are coming up, so go check them out. So let's get on with this project. Okay, I've got this thing flipped around. Now I'm going to do something a little bit differently. Because it's so rough on this face, I'm actually going to power carve with the DA sander and palm sander. And I want to take out most of this and just kind of shape the outside before I start carving out the bowl. I marked out a perimeter of the inside of the bowl, and this is just a rough line. I might come out a little bit farther out this way as well, so because this is the outside of the bowl right here, so that's a good 1/2 inch right there. And in case you're wondering why there's 4 holes on here, it was a little hard finding the center of this, especially when it had that long wing on it. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to start with the power sander and work on this area here, and then I can refine the outside a little bit more. when I'm power carving this, I'm not going for any specific shape. I'm just trying to take out most of these cut lines and just shaping it. Doing something random, and I know it's not going to be even. I'm not flattening it out. I'm just shaping it. Alright, let's start shaping the inside and cutting that out. There are a few cracks in here. This is the one that I filled in yesterday. And a few more down here, so I'm going to fill them in with some CA glue. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm just going to check the depths. On to shaping the rest of this with power sanding. And I think what I'm going to do is use the DA sander while it's running. And that'll take care of this edge. And then I can power sand the rest of it. So I didn't want to use a scraper or a negative rake scraper on the edges here because of the high points and low points. I figured it might catch and break. So that's actually looking pretty good. So I'm just going to keep on power sanding and shape it a little bit more but I'm not going to bore you because that's basically the same thing as what I did on the back side. And when all the sanding is done, like I'll probably just show little snippets here and there of what I'm doing. I can't sand while it's turning on the outside because it's uneven. You're bouncing all over the place. So what I'm going to do now is take the power sander again and just go through all the grits on here, kind of refine things a little bit. All the power sanding is done. That's to where I'm liking it. Everything is nice and smooth. This is sanded to 180. So now it's just a matter of hand sanding all the little spots and sanding up to 400 grit. And I'll sand inside with the with this kind of sandpaper while it's running, and I'll sand that up to 400 grit and this up to 400 grit. And I'm also going to start breaking the edge on here as well. I gotta say that was a lot of sanding. It's sanded to 400 grit, and I put 2 coats of the sanding sealer on it and then knocked it back with the steel wool. So it is ready for finishing. And I'm just going to put several coats of clear lacquer. Well, this was a really fun project to make. I really wasn't sure how it was going to turn out in the beginning. Like I said, it's either going to turn out really good or it's going to fail. Well, it actually turned out fantastic. Like, look at that. I am very happy with it. I've got lots of great comments on it on Instagram already, and like, it was fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot of work, especially all the sanding and the power carving that I had to do for especially around the wings and stuff like that. It was a lot of work. Learned a couple of things from it as well. Like, I do have another piece similar to this one that I cut off from it, and I can make a second one very similar, and I would probably do it a little bit differently. Like when I carve or cut the back on the lathe, I would probably cut this area first and not take off so much of the wing, and then power carve the wing, so I could have kept more of the wing and more of the live edge. But other than that, I think I wouldn't have changed things any other way. Finish turned out beautiful. I'm going to actually do a video later on how I finished it. This is covered with, or finished with, lacquer and like multiple coats and polished to like glass. Like, you can see that. At least I hope you can see that. I will post pictures at the end, and hopefully the pictures will do it justice. So I hope you liked this video, learned something from it, or were inspired to be creative. And if you did like this video, please leave me a thumbs up, please share, and leave me a comment or a question down below. Also, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and all my social media links are posted down below. And also, this entire video is available on my Patreon site with exclusive video not shown here. So go to patreon.com/woodenmetalshop to become one of my patrons. So until the next time, take care.